Hi, it's Alana. Welcome back to YogaYin. Thank you so much for joining us. Today I have put together, at long last, you asked for it, here it is. It is yoga for male infertility. In our society, often we assume that the burden of fertility lies with the woman, but in actual fact, in 25% of cases, it lies with the man, and in 25% of cases, it lies with the man and woman. So that is quite a substantial percentage. So what we're going to do today is a short video for male infertility. And what this video is going to do is it's going to improve the sperm's motility, so the mobility of that sperm to get around. It's going to improve sperm quality, and it's also going to increase hormone production. So as you know, I usually only work with women, so this is a rare exception, but I'd love your feedback on it. I'd love your feedback on how your partner feels. I've deliberately made it shorter, so it's not so daunting to practice. Namaste. Okay, so first of all, I want you to have a mat for this practice and a blanket or a pillow. Blanket that you can fold up like so, or just a flat pillow. That's all you'll need for this practice. And we're going to come into downward dog on the mat. So if you've never done this practice before, I want you to come into a kneeling position, standing on your knees, and slide your arms forward, like so. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And I want you to turn your arms so that your inner elbows are facing each other. Okay. Fingers spread nice and wide. Then I want you to curl your toes under. Come up onto standing on the toes. And then gently lower one heel and pick it up. And lower the other heel and pick it up. And just work through the calves, stretching out the calves because they might be quite tight. Drop your head and see if you can soften between your shoulder blades. Do a couple more. Come up on your toes. Drop your knees so your shins are parallel with the mat and lift your hips high in the air. And if you can, come down onto the flat feet. Don't worry if you can't. That's absolutely fine. Drop your head so your arms are alongside your ears. And I want you to hold this pose for 6 deep breaths. Good. Now this pose is actually going to balance the entire hormonal system. So this pose assists with the hormonal production. Excellent. When you're ready, I want you to step or jump your feet, do your hands, and then just fold forward. Relax your head, bend your knees if you need to, relax the arms. Weight forward over the feet. I want you to roll all the way up. Shoulders, neck and head are the last to come up. And then step to face me. Nice wide feet. I want the outer edge of your foot parallel with your mat. Unless you have any knee or ankle issues, in which case I want you to turn your toes out so that they're facing the corners of the mat. Great. When you feel nice and sturdy, I want you to raise your arms to shoulder height. And I want you to stretch out from the heart to the fingertips. And we're going to practice a twisting pose. So I want you to inhale here. I want you to bend down towards your right foot. Now, if you need to bend your knee here, please do. There's no harm in that. If you want to place your hand on your leg, if that's easier for you, do so, but no weight in that hand. So placing the hand down beside the foot, looking up towards the ceiling if that's comfortable for your neck. Raise your arm, inhale here, and then exhale. Turn to look down at the hand on the mat, and inhale. Come all the way back up to center. So it's as simple as that. Inhaling here, down to the left side. Raise the arm towards the ceiling, inhaling. Exhaling, looking back down at the foot. Inhaling, back up to center. Now we're going to do this in a flowing motion for a couple of rounds. So come with me. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and flow. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling and keep going. Exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, one more. Raising the arm, inhaling. Exhale, look down. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, exhale, and inhale. All the way up to center. Great, I want you to release your legs. Give them a bit of a shake. And then come down to your mat. So come down to a nice seated position on the floor. Just lengthways on your mat. And you can use your pillow or your blanket here and place it under your head if you need support. We're going to come into a bridge pose on the back. Generally, if your chin is lower than your forehead when you're lying down, then using some support is a good thing. Okay, so lying down on the back, nice and easy. Bending up the knees, and we're going to walk those feet in as close to the buttocks as we can. Don't worry if the legs are quite tight and you can't walk them in more than here. That's absolutely fine. And the pose we're going to do now works directly on sperm motility. So what I want you to do is have your arms long beside the body and the palms facing down. And when you're ready, I want you to see if you can tilt your pelvis towards the ceiling and then release it back down to the mat. So just come with me again, tilt your pelvis towards the ceiling and then just gently ease it back down. And now we're going to use a little more of the spine, just raising it to the middle spine and then exhale, bringing it back down. So we're going to try and time it with your breath. So when you're ready, inhale. And now we're going to come up onto the upper spine, shoulders, neck and head are still on the mat, and hold it here. And then exhale and release it. Good. Coming into that position again. And I'm going to get you to hold it here for 6 deep breaths. Now, if you'd like to, you can come up onto your shoulders and interlace your fingers here. If that feels uncomfortable for you, you can support your lower spine. And you can even come up into your toes if you wish to. And just stay here for 6 deep breaths. So just decide what feels better for you. 3 more deep breaths here. And then exhale and gently roll down through your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. And if you're feeling that in your lumbar spine, your lower back, I want you to hug your knees into your belly. Just for a couple of deep breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. And just scrunch up your toes and release them. Lovely. come into a pose called Halasana, Plow pose. Now, in this pose, we're going to put our legs over our head. Don't worry if you can't come into the full pose. Just see how you go. This is something to definitely practice. Now, Halasana is a tricky pose at first. So what you might like to do with this one is use a wall. So bring your mat over to a wall, roll back, and place your legs on the wall to just keep you in that position for 6 deep breaths. Now, if you're in this position and you can interlace your fingers and lie the arms along the ground, do so. Six deep breaths. When you're ready to release it, release your hands, your shoulders, and then roll all the way back down. And again, hug your knees into your belly. When you're ready to roll off to one side and come up into a seated position on your mat, either in Sukhasana, in easy cross-legged, or if you find it difficult to sit in easy cross-legged, I want you to come into a kneeling pose. Now, if you find a kneeling pose difficult, take that blanket or pillow, place it underneath the buttocks, between the buttocks and the heels. Fine to practice like this. It is better, if you can though, to practice in easy cross-legged or Siddhasana, pose of a sage. And I want you to bring the tip of your forefinger and thumb together, palms up towards the ceiling. Lengthen your spine, crown of the head towards the ceiling. And I want you to gently slow your breath. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable. Just listen to the sound of my voice. Keep breathing and try and bring your breath down into the lower belly. Now, when you're ready, I want you to contract the muscles in your lower pelvis, including the anus, and see that if you can draw them up. So working with the pelvic floor. And then exhale and release them. And inhale and draw up through the base of the body. And exhale and release. Inhaling, drawing up, contracting, exhaling, and releasing. 2 more, inhaling, drawing up, exhale, release. 1 more. Inhaling, And exhale. And release. Good. Now either staying in a seated or kneeling position, float the eyes open. And we're going to work with a breath called Kapalabhati. So what I want you to do is bring one hand to your middle belly. We're going to inhale and we're going to fill that middle belly with the inhalation. So come with me, inhale. As much as you can. And then we're going to exhale in short bursts without inhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Couple more, inhaling. Last one. And release. Now don't practice any more than 5 rounds of that to start with, but as you get more practice at it, you can move up to 10. Okay, we're going to finish our practice today with another breath called Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. And this is just going to help the brain come back into balance and just help all of those hormones to balance now. So what I want you to do is take the 2 fingers of your right hand, if you're right-handed, or your left, if you're left-handed, place them to the center between the eyebrows. Good. We're going to breathe in through one nostril and out the other. So what I want you to do first of all is to close off your right nostril. And then inhale through that left nostril. And then close off that left nostril and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. And exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. And exhale through the right. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one, inhaling. Exhaling. Okay. So you should be feeling nice and calm, mind and body very centered. So that is our yoga for male fertility, just improving the motility of the sperm, the quality of the sperm, and also hormone production. So I hope you enjoy it. If you would like a personalized sequence for yourself, please contact me on Facebook or on my email address, alana@yogayin.com.au. Namaste.